Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good to see you. Miss Amy, congratulations on being first. I know you're jacked up about that. Harley, good to see you, brother. Hope everything's doing well for you. Gary, good to have you tonight. Mr. Mark, good to have you. Hope everything's doing well in your neck of the woods. Hope all of y'all are doing well and practicing your social distancing. I'm tired of this social distancing. Yeah, but we got to do what we got to do, I guess. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit. We'll give everybody a few minutes to get on. Maybe there'll be a few more on tonight. Might be a few that are doing other things. Miss Rhonda,
Hey,
good to
girl.
have you tonight. Stephen, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're feeling well. Hope you've been catching some nice fish. That's a good way to do some social distancing.
Mr. Mark's still working.
Mark's still working. Well, we are officially out of work until April 20th. April 20th. And then we'll see what happens then. Don't know if we're going to go back to work or not for a while.
Hey, Jeremy.
Jeremy, good to have you tonight, my man.
Harley.
Well, I think me and Harley both are well prepared for the social distancing, because if we had our way, it would probably be like this all the time. Terry, good evening to you. Good to see you tonight.
I don't blame you, Rhonda.
Everyone's in their separate rooms. Caught 11 today, and the biggest was 7.5. A lot of small males. That's still a good day. Still a good day. If you hadn't caught a thing, it would still have been a good day, brother. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Maybe some more folks will keep creeping in. And be sure before you hop off tonight to hit that thumbs up button. We sure appreciate it, and I think YouTube does too, and lets them know that you guys like the live streams. Are the jars bigger? No, they are the same jars. But what they are, thanks to my brother Harley, these are the other jars, and they have, y'all can see it through the light, they have designs on just about every side, has something on them, which makes it hard to put any kind of sticker or anything on. But Harley brought some jars the other day that are smooth on all sides, except there's a little bitty ball, the name of the jar, ball jars, right there. But otherwise, they're smooth all the way around. So sometime this week, I'm going to work on some actual labels to go on those. Okay. But I like those a lot better.
I don't know why show up anymore in our new channel.
Cooper, I'm not sure. I don't know if YouTube has done something, but like just a while ago when I hit go live, it came up and said live stream is not available right now. Try again or end it. So I hit try again, and then it was able to do that. And it did something strange again last week. So I don't know if YouTube is doing something else different with the live streams. Show up anymore in our new subscribe channel area. I'm not sure. I haven't changed anything on my end as far as how I do the live streams. So it may be something that YouTube is doing. I'm not sure, but I'll kind of go back through and double check some of the settings for me, but I haven't changed any of them.
Gary said it's the virus.
So, well, it could be. It very well could be. But I apologize for that anyway, Cooper.
Mr. Mark, Miss Elena.
Billy, good to have you tonight. Cindy, good to have you. Mark Summers, good to have you. Miss Delana, iOS updated YouTube the other day. That could be it.
Hey, Mike.
It seems like every time they update something, it screws something up. Sometimes I just wish they would leave it alone. Mike Tabor, great to have you tonight, my man.
Cooper said that's why he missed it last week.
Wow. Well, just if you will, continue to follow me if you don't already. Follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I try to at least post it on Facebook when I go
I
live.
don't know if he has social
So,
media.
and you may not, and if you don't, I understand.
Hey, Justin.
But I do try to post it on Instagram and Facebook as well when I'm going to do these. But I haven't changed anything. So, Eddie Hanks, congratulations on the new addition to your family, my man.
Yes, he's precious. He said he had to hunt for us.
Still no notifications.
Subscribe and hit the bell so
I'm gonna have to do some investigating on that. I'm gonna have to do some. I'll check my settings. I'll sit down tomorrow and just go through my account and check settings just to make sure all that is available. I know they also did some. Justin Stanley, thank you so much, my man.
Is that a pear?
I appreciate that.
Like a pear.
It could be, or is that a light bulb?
I don't think
I'm gonna
it's a
say
light
I'm gonna
bulb.
say it's a
It
light
has
bulb.
a leaf.
That's just his headband. He's a cool.
You get one shot, then I'm out.
He's a cool light bulb.
Hey, Austin.
Thank you so much. Good to see everybody here. Harley. I do know that some of the way what do you call it? The screen where I set all the live streaming stuff up looks different now that they had all the privacy issues with the is your channel made for children and all that stuff. So it looks a little different. So I'm gonna go and make sure all that's available to you guys. But I apologize for that.
It's a pear, Harley said.
And well, it must be a pear. So anyway, great to have everybody. Hope everybody's safe and without virus, first of all. I know everybody has been directly or indirectly affected by this virus, but we'll get through it. We just got to keep being smart and doing the right thing. Again, before you hop off of here, Kurt Phillips, good to have you tonight. At least someone has a pair. I like it. Before you hop off tonight, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys doing that. And let's start the show. First off, I don't start off on a bad note, and hopefully it's not going to be a bad note, but I just feel like I have to do it. I've been bothered for about a week after last week's show. And I need to explain, first of all, I know some of you comment on here, but when I get to talking, it's either pay attention to this or look at you guys at the camera. And so when I get to talking, I look at the camera and I don't see sometimes what goes on the screen right here where your comments are. And so I just want to explain that first. Secondly, any good best for canned chicken? Me and Harley were just talking about canned chicken, canned roast beef, and all that stuff, and canned bread. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. I left the safety of my quarantine space under the covers, under the bed to share this. I appreciate that. That's dedication, Mike. But no, I want to just say this. I just feel like I need to say it just to clear my conscience up because I have not felt right since last week's live stream for two reasons. And I'm not going to, this isn't about bashing somebody or saying any names. If you were here last week, you may be aware, you may not be aware. That doesn't really matter. But I've been bothered by two things. Number one, about some comments that were made last week. And number two, about the flag giveaway deal. I'll address the first one first. Last week, there were some comments made. And after the live stream ended, we went back, me and Brandy talked about it, went back and watched, and there were some comments made by not us, but one of our subscribers toward another subscriber that was on the live stream last week. and they were very inappropriate comments. And so I felt bad about that. And so ultimately, I have addressed that with that person that made the comments. They have apologized to me about them. And that's fine. But they also asked me to apologize to the person they made the comments to, and I'm not going to do that because the way I feel about it is, and by the way, if this makes somebody mad, then it just makes somebody mad. I'm not really concerned about that, but I just need to clear myself and my conscience. I'm not going to apologize for somebody else because if you're big enough to make inappropriate comments, then you should be the one that's big enough to apologize for them yourself. So I don't make a habit of making apologies for grown men or women. So I'm not going to do that. However, what I will do is apologize for it happening on my channel. That's not what I do the live streams for. That's not why I'm here. And the sad part is we kind of do these live streams as an extra deal in addition to the videos that we do on YouTube. And just to interact with you guys, because sometimes I don't get to interact enough with my subscribers, and I thought this would be a cool way to do it. But the bad part is after last Wednesday night, it should have been a good time, but it wasn't. I had just had a bad taste in my mouth, so to speak, after that. So I wanted to apologize for that happening on the channel. The good thing is, me and Brandy have the authority to allow anybody on or block anybody from being on our channel. And I have also instilled that with Harley as well. So going forward, if anything like that happens, we've had just one or two in the past. It hasn't been really bad at all, and I'm grateful for that. But there has been a couple that I've already blocked, but I don't see that happening in this case. But the other point I want to make is I'm grateful to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. Roger, good to have you tonight. I'm grateful to everybody that subscribed to my channel and watches the live streams. I'm very grateful to everybody that has supported the channel, donated to the channel. Very appreciative of that. However, it doesn't matter to me how you have supported, what you have donated, what you have said, what you have sent. That gives you no right, and there's no excuse to be rude and inappropriate and childish on my channel, because it's my name that's associated with this channel, and I don't want any part of this being some kind of garbage type crap that's on my live streams. There's plenty of that out there. If you want to go do that somewhere else, then make yourself go do that. But you're not going to do that here. Again, it doesn't matter how you have supported my channel. There's no excuse for that, and I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to put up with it. So, and that's as nice, really, as I can say it. And I hate I've got to even mention it, to be honest with you. Second of all, we did the flag raffle, if you want to call it raffle. I don't know what else to call it. And this reminds me of a guy that I coached with for many, many years. We always told each other back and forth, it was always kind of a running joke. He would do something that he thought was going to turn out good, and it would, he'd get mud on his face, and I would tell him, no good deed goes unpunished. And then a couple months later, I'd try to do something good, and it'd bite me in the tail, and he'd tell me the same thing. And this raffle flag deal was kind of like that, I just auction. That's great. Appreciate that, Kurt. Kurt always comes up with better words than I've got.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Gavin. 666. Y'all have a good night too.
But here's what my vision was to give you guys an opportunity to have fun, you know, $5 or $10 back and forth, laugh about it and all that stuff. And I told Brandy before the show, hopefully by the end of the night, I at least make enough money to pay for the wood and I can give somebody a flag. That was my vision, you know, just something to have fun. And what ended up happening was something that I didn't foresee. Um, that gave me a bad taste in my mouth uh, at the end of the night too, because number one, the real Joey B, he put up $125 and he ended up getting zero, and I felt bad about that. And so I reached out on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. I haven't heard back from him because I don't know his real name. I don't know who he is. But if real Joey B is watching or you know him, I want the real Joey B to get in contact with me, give me your address, what you want on your flag, because I'm going to build you a flag because you pretty much paid for a whole flag by yourself anyway. So you deserve at least something in return, and that will just clean it for me. So the real Joey B, please get in touch with me, and I want to build you a flag, and I will feel better about that situation because basically he put up $125.
Jason's ass and nobody knows.
I appreciate that, man. But I just felt I didn't feel good about that part. So, you know, and again, don't get me wrong. Everybody likes to have a good time. Everybody likes to make little comments every now and then, but there is a line. Billy, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much. There is a line that is crossed, and we don't need to go there. I don't know if I'd feel good about that either, Mark. But I'm not going to allow anybody to talk to my wife like that. I'm certainly not going to let. And there has been a couple times since we've been doing live streams and Brandy's been on here that I've been about that close to busting somebody's chops about that. I love having Brandy on here because she's a part of this team. I couldn't do this without her. So, and trust me when I say there are a lot of YouTube channels out there that the guy uses his wife as clickbait and takes provocative pictures of her and puts it on there so people will click on it. Well, this isn't one of those channels. Number one, I've got too much respect for her to do that. And number two, this channel isn't so important that I'm going to use her in that way. So if you're one of those guys that likes those channels, then this one's not for you. But I'm not going to let somebody do that to somebody else's wife either that subscribes to my channel. It's not the way it's going to work. So enough of that, but I just wanted to clean the slate and get that out there. This is a good group of folks. We have fun. Sometimes we talk about barbecue. Sometimes it goes in a totally different direction, but either way, I like the group we have, and I want to continue it to be a fellowship type environment.
Fun-loving.
You know what I mean? Fun loving environment. And again, the real Joey B, please get in touch with me because I want to make you a flag. I'm at the hospital with my brother, not good with underlying diabetes and smoked for 45 years. Wheat, our prayers are with you, brother. Thank you so much. And I hope everything turns out well with your brother. You can use me as
We
Can you
feel the
imagine
same
that?
weight.
Harley says you can use me as clickbait. I'll take the hit for the team. No, I believe I'd be the one taking the hit for that, Harley. So all that's out of the way. I appreciate you listening to that for a few minutes. I'm sorry I even had to do that, but I just felt the need to address it because if I don't address it, it would appear like I'm just ignoring it, and ignoring it is condoning it, and I don't do that. So that's out of the way. So now let's get to the barbecue stuff. Channel update real quick. We're at 6,218. So that's up 47 from last Wednesday. So we're almost hitting 50 new subscribers a week. So I appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Amy. I saw your comment earlier.
And again, I appreciate all you guys' support. You guys y'all are who make us want to come back every week. So thank y'all. What else? So first of all, let's talk about what we cooked this week, because everybody's doing social distancing stuff, and
first, since that was Friday.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about that in this whole deal. So what do you cook when you, first of all, what do you guys, just want to say thanks for the fellowship. I like what direction you went with the channel. I appreciate that, Eddie. Thank you so much.
J-Cat,
good to have you. So some of you may not have a whole lot of choice in what you're cooking at your grocery stores. For us, it's been pretty good, but this past week, we started to see some empty shelves in our grocery stores and stuff like that. So at least for the time being, I came home from the grocery store the other day and told Brandy, looks like keto is on the back burner for a little bit. We're going to have to eat whatever we can find for now. So,
which is pretty much been keto. We just bought 2 loaves of bread.
Besides bread. Yeah. But we did the chicken video, the spatchcock chicken video. We put it out last Friday, I believe, and we got about 500 views on it so far. So it's doing pretty good. But in my opinion, by far the best way to do chicken is spatchcock chicken. So we did that. It's a really easy recipe. It doesn't take a whole lot of time at all. And you've got a good meal that you can even have leftovers the next day. What else?
Thanks, J-Cat.
We cooked smoked sausage, right?
Yes.
What else?
Chicken legs.
Pork butt.
Yeah, pork butt was Saturday.
Cooked the pork butt Saturday, so we had leftovers on pulled pork for a couple of days. Smoked sausage, and then we had some cheddar wurst that we did also. Tonight we did chicken legs. I posted some pictures on Instagram of the chicken legs. They turned out good. And really, that's about it, right?
The bacon.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So I had a slab of bacon that kind of like what I did the bacon burn ends with. But instead of doing the bacon burn ends, I just sliced the bacon myself into probably pencil thick slices and put some rub on it, put it on the smoker at about 250 until it was done. And that stuff turned out pretty good. So really, that's kind of what we've been doing. Holly's doing burgers with pepper jack cheese, fried egg, chimichurri, and Jus Piddlin barbecue sauce, mama sauce. That's what I'm talking about. On a brioche bun. Holly's eating early tonight.
Well, it's not done.
Mark picked up a couple pork butts. Mark, let me ask you this. Smoke to take to work and give out. Mark, that's awesome, man. That's good stuff. Mark, let me ask you this, because me and Harley were talking about this the other day. If you don't mind me asking, what was the price of those pork butts? What was the size and the price? Because Harley bought some pork butt the other day. It was about 8 or 9 pounds, and it was $26. I bought an 8-pound butt here, and it was $13. So it's crazy how he's just right up the road, how prices differ. So, what is it in your neck of the woods? Gary, smoked burgers and country ribs, along with a turkey.
Jeremy did
along with a turkey on Sunday.
On Silverback yesterday.
That seems like to be a theme, smoked country ribs. That's not a bad idea. I've done brats and spatchcock chicken last week. That's cool. In Nebraska, Can get them for $1.30. See, that's about what it's running here. $1.39, $1.49 a pound.
Mark, $11.50 for 8 pound.
So that's like $1.19 a pound probably. And sometimes I can get it $1.19 a pound here. Usually between $1.19, man, my sinuses are terrible.
Yeah.
And $1.19, $1.49 a pound, something like that. I trimmed the Sega palms today, and every time I snatched a limb off, pollen flew everywhere. So,
Stephen, when all this is gone away, we're gonna have to meet up somewhere, and I'm gonna make you a cake or a pie.
can't find any kind of ribs here. Yeah, basically we're just kind of, and I know that I've done a lot of chicken a lot lately, but I mean chicken's cheap, so
Chicken's good. It's probably my
that's
most
good.
favorite. No bread and toilet paper, no potatoes. Oh yeah, he said earlier they don't have potatoes up there.
But no potatoes.
I finally got toilet paper yesterday. It was the last pack on the shelf.
And again, I don't understand the toilet paper. You know, this is not. This doesn't give you diarrhea. I don't understand the toilet paper. It's just like y'all tell me one thing that y'all have learned during this whole process. I'll go ahead and tell you what I have learned. I have learned that although human beings are supposed to be smart, they can be pretty damn stupid sometimes. And this is one of those times. I go into the grocery store the other day. There's a family, a man, a woman, and 2 teenage children with 3 buggies. And they act like they are doomsday prepping. But one buggy is half full of cotton candy. What the heck are you going to do with a half a buggy of cotton candy when you're supposed to be staying home? And then the toilet paper, paper towels, all kind of stuff. And the dad is telling the kids, "Hey, Jimmy, you go over to aisle 5, pick up so-and-so, hurry before somebody gets it. And you go over there and pick up so-and-so." And I'm thinking, you idiots are why the situation is the way it is in the grocery stores. So I've just seen some crazy stuff lately. And then on top of that, it's the people that we were just talking about this. And it seems to be the younger people.
Hey, Robert.
Who really don't care about the social distancing stuff. They just feel like they can go and do whatever. If they want to go to vacation, they go on vacation. If somebody's having a party or whatever, they can just go. And well, if I get it, I just get it. They don't understand that it's not just them. It's that it might be their parents, it might be their grandparents who are elderly and have a higher risk of something worse happening to them. They just don't understand that. And that's a selfish way to be, in my opinion. I said it last week. This is going to bring out the best in some people and the worst in other people. And that seems to be true.
Yep. Rhonda, what's wrong with Mac? Why is he jealous? Because I'm not taking him a cake? Mark says he needs 5 weeks of milk and toilet paper.
Weed, I appreciate that. Have a good night, brother. And J-Cat says younger people are dying there, so.
Good night, Wade.
We, so far in our area, we have been pretty lucky as far as the numbers go, as far as the cases go. I'm sure, however, that there are more cases. They just haven't been tested and confirmed. So, but as far as confirmed cases, we've been pretty lucky around this small area so far. So.
Well, there's only 3 us and 2 other counties around us that don't have any cases in it yet.
Yeah.
But everybody else does.
But
hey, Terry.
On those lines, I'll be doing some more cooks throughout the weekend. Some easy cooks, some stuff that, hey, sometimes you may not like, but it might be a necessity to cook. Maybe some Spam. Saw Mike Tabor mention Spam. Do some.
I'm not eating it.
You may have to, babe. You may have to.
Nope. I'll drink water.
But I'll do some stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, I agree with that.
Mike, there's a little bit more than 30.
Yeah, not too many.
Smoked canned chicken.
I asked CJ. He doesn't, but maybe someone. I appreciate that. I'd really like to talk to him. Just I felt bad about that. So
Y'all can have all the Spam y'all want.
Spam and eggs. Oh yeah.
Oh.
A nice runny egg on top of a big piece of Spam.
Oh gosh, no, I'm not eating
Yes, ma'am. Woo.
No. All right, canned chicken. Smoked canned chicken. What are you gonna do with it?
Let's talk about that smoked canned chicken. I haven't seen canned chicken in the grocery store, but I have seen canned roast beef.
What are you gonna do with it?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to come up with something. Roast beef, maybe a roast beef sandwich
with some sautéed onions.
Yeah, caramelized onions with canned roast beef.
But you have canned chicken. I mean, you have canned chicken.
Yeah, but it's not smoked. I mean, I guess I could put it in something.
You smoke it.
But it's already ground, I don't know how that roast beef is. I'm going to do something with something.
I'm going to do something with some things.
I know what I would do with the canned chicken because I do it all the time, and that's make chicken salad.
Mm-hmm.
So I could do that easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up some canned chicken and canned roast beef, and I'll do a canned chicken salad, and I'll do a canned roast beef sandwich with caramelized onions.
Yeah,
on the grill.
Justin just said it.
Yeah,
canned whole chicken.
Absolutely. I'm gonna do it. That's a great idea.
What are we doing?
And that'll be easy. Smoked canned chicken salad and a canned roast beef sandwich. Canned roast beef melt. That even sounds better, don't it? Melt with
onions on it.
Caramelized onions. That's going to be good. We're going to do that.
Canned whole chicken or chopped up chicken.
J-Cat, do they look bigger? That's the second person that said that. They're the same size. However, I do have quart jars, and I'll try to make some sauce tomorrow and have some quarts on the website. What's the Wednesday, Thursday? Friday morning when you wake up, J-Cat.
Amy said they look big too.
When you wake up, J-Cat, Friday morning, there's going to be quarts on the website. So I have some quarts.
Yeah, I'm not eating Spam. Nor potted meat, nor
why do they look bigger?
Sardines, nor what's the other things you eat?
That's a quart jar. Can you see that?
Yeah,
so yeah, that's way bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe I need to keep it right there to cover my face.
J-Cat said huge.
I love canned whole chicken. We could do some canned ham too.
Keep the quart.
Cook a canned ham.
They won't look big anymore. He said keep a quart jar.
I need more 30-30 ammo.
Yeah, because Mike's trading 30-30 ammo for spaghetti.
What the world? Yeah, the camera adds half a pint. That's good stuff, Jeremy. What else? So yeah, y'all let us know what else y'all are cooking. How are y'all getting through? With the food stuff. What kind of shape are you guys' grocery stores in? In the meantime, let me tell you what I did. When did I do that?
What did you do?
Cleaning the grill.
That would be Monday.
Monday. So Monday, I got a wild hair and needed to clean that Traeger Timberline.
Hey, Eddie Berry.
Eddie Berry, good brother. Good to have you. And this was not just your basic take the shelves out, remove the drip tray, vacuum it out, slap some more tinfoil on it, and put it back in. This was a deep cleaning. I took out the shelves. In the Traeger Timberline, it's double walled, and you can take out the inner walls. So I took out the shelves, I took out the drip tray, I took out the heat deflector, I took out the inner walls, I took off the hopper and took the auger out, everything down to the bare barrel, pretty much, and cleaned everything. And here's what I found. Number one, if you own a pellet grill, Robbie Van 99, good to have you. Where y'all are out of. We are straight out of Claxton, Georgia.
South Georgia.
We need to get some shirt straight out of Claxton.
No, God, no, I don't want to have that name on anything. Bad enough I live here.
Oh
yeah, I think you're supposed
yeah,
to.
J-Cat, I'll probably do one of the canned meats. That sounds like a treat. Canned meats on the 575. I'll do it. So here's what I found. If you own a pellet grill, something you need to pay attention to. If you ever get grease in the bottom of your pellet grill and you think you have it all out, you don't. Because when I removed that hopper assembly and you pull it out, the whole auger tube comes out with it. Underneath the auger tunnel tube was grease. That's the potential for a fire right there. So, and it also deteriorates at your metal over time. So you don't want that. So I cleaned all that out. Every panel in there that I could possibly take out, grill grates, everything, I took to the car wash, pressure washed everything, brought it back, put everything back together. And man, it's just like a brand. You know how you take your car to a car wash and somehow it feels like it drives better? Same thing. So I felt really good after doing that. Now, that was a lot of work. Taking that hopper off, putting the hopper back in, all the bolts, all that stuff. But it can be done, and it's not that hard. So just something to think about, maybe once a year kind of thing. You might need to do that. So just something to think about there. Also, in some pellet grills, there's a gap between the barrel and your hopper. You know, it might be 1/2 inch wide. But as you put pellets into your hopper, if your aim's not very good, fellas, it could go in between that crack and fall down in there. And then if it gets damp, they swell up. And then if they get down there too far and that fan is sucking in air, it can kind of suck that stuff into the fins on the bottom of your hopper. So pay attention to that as well, because that's going to affect your airflow, and that's going to make that fan work harder to get the proper airflow to keep the correct temperature. So just a couple of things that I found while I was cleaning that grill up. So a little bit of tip there for you.
I wonder if you made like a little video and on YouTube and ask Brother Roger to contact you.
Yeah, I might be able to do that. The car wash worked pretty well. I will tell you though, the car wash that I went to anyway did not have the option of having hot water or cold water. It just had cold water. If it had been hot water, it would have done way better. It did a pretty good job, but it wasn't like they were brand spanking new. But it did a pretty good job. What I would not recommend, however, all I did was I used the soap setting at first and then turned it to rinse. I would not use any kind of degreaser, or I think one of the options is engine cleaner or something. I will not use any of that because it's going to go back into your grill and you're going to cook on it. How long did that take? Because of the grease in the bottom of the grill, probably about 4 hours. Now that's with me going to town and coming back. Keep that in mind. But probably about 4 hours. But it's back in business and clean and ready to go. So, and I feel better about it. Have you had a chance to see the Harry Sue torture test on the smoke fire? I haven't seen what you're calling the torture test. I saw like his first or second video on the smoke fire. I don't want to say a whole lot about it, except to say Harry seems like a good guy, but something just didn't feel right about that video. I don't know what it was. And I don't personally have a real good feeling about that grill. I haven't used it. I'm just going off of what I've seen, but I haven't seen that test. Kurt, I agree with you 100%.
He cooked 60 pounds of meat.
And I'm still shocked that Weber put that out. I'm still shocked. I'm not even shocked that they put it out. I'm shocked that they couldn't look at it and see, man, that don't really make sense. That could cause a fire. I don't understand. Again, I think that's a classic case of there's some engineer somewhere with engineer degrees, and people look at their degrees instead of looking at how much common sense they have. 60 pounds of meat. How'd that turn out?
I guess that's what he did on the video.
Kurt, I know that, baby. I'm asking, how did the meat turn
Oh.
out? How did the cook turn out? Kurt, I'm with you 100%. I felt like it was a little bit of damage control on the side of Weber. I'm not sure if Harry got anything for doing that video, but it just felt like, you know, there might have been some of that going on. I don't know.
Those Sega palms got him today, Amy. All that pollen.
Man, if any of y'all have Sega palms, you know what I'm talking about. But those things, they grow fast, and then they grow little baby Sega palms all over the side of the trunk. So you have to cut them off, and pollen is in full force here in Georgia right now. So no, Rona is not here. I'm offended as I have an engineering degree as well, a business degree. I have common sense too, though. And Stephen, I appreciate that. Not all engineers do not have common sense. Some do, just like you. However, I think you know kind of what I'm getting at there. Do you think they would have straightened out all that in the grills that were headed to the public? Do you think they would have straightened out all that and the grills? I said when it came out that the determining factor of how all this was going to play out would be how Weber handled it. If I had been Weber, I would have stopped production, recall the grills, fix them, and then relaunch. But they didn't do that. They went with it. They stuck to their guns. There's nothing wrong with the grills, yada, yada, yada. And they're still pretty much out there. And I just think that that's the wrong approach to take. Turned out to have a flare up, not a fire. Apparently, they are different. So, Mike, in your opinion, what is the difference between a flare up and a fire?
This is going to be good right here.
Yeah, that'll be good. You would have thought they would have figured out. You would have thought. I don't know. I really think me and Harley should have a grill consulting firm. And before a grill company comes out with a grill, just send it to us. Let us use it for a month. We're going to send it back to that company. This is what's great. This is what's wrong. This is what's going to cause somebody bodily harm. You need to fix all this. Keep this the same. Turn it back in and they'll be fine.
Good night, Mr. Mark. Have
Mr.
a good
Mark.
rest of the week.
Cheers. Have a good week.
Next week.
See you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, won't see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me about that. So next week, quick note, no live stream next Wednesday. I have a doctor's appointment in Jacksonville, Florida, and we'll be down there. Tuesday and Wednesday. So no live stream Wednesday. I apologize for that, but I need to go down there, and that's just the way the ball bounces, the way life is. But I appreciate your support. Isn't Harry sponsored by Weber or something? I'm not really sure. I don't know if he is or not. That's he might be now. If he wasn't, he might be now.
Mr. Earl, flare up you put out, a fire the fire department puts out.
That's a good point. I like that. To me, one leads to the other without supervision. Mike, that's true. And then to Mr. Earl, a flare up you put out. A fire the fire department puts out. That's pretty good. I like it.
Thanks, Justin.
No plumbing changed. And my what's it called? My gender orientation will still be the same.
Yeah, we're not doing anything with that.
He is one of the very few that is sponsored. So, Harley, would that be correct that he's sponsored by Weber?
Maybe Mike, we've had this appointment for a month, and they called to confirm that it was still on, so we're going. Unless they call us before then.
Yeah, we've had it for a while. This will
be our second trip down there.
Reassignment surgery. Yeah, we're not having that done.
He said you gave some capital. All right, he's getting a little
sassy tonight. Yeah. He needs to be put in time out.
He hasn't put anybody in time out in a long time.
I know. I'm about to put him in time out. Show him how it's done.
Brandy.
Yeah.
No.
That don't even rhyme.
No, and that's not happening either. Not happening. Well, I wouldn't.
I'm still going to be piddling when I come back, brother.
Yeah.
We'll all be here when you get back.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm a little vitamin C, a little ruby red grapefruit juice cocktail. That way,
and a little splash of.
If the Rona comes here, I got a little vitamin C. I'll drop the hammer on the whole show.
Kurt changed it to candy instead of Cindy.
Yeah, that's better.
No,
that's better. I am sweet.
Well, you damn sure ain't gonna be a girl.
Eddie, I appreciate that. I mean, it's nothing, nothing that we know of, nothing, serious. Just
something's got to get taken care of.
We don't really know what yet, but that's what we're trying to find out.
Thor. Oh, that's his new nickname, Thor.
Thor?
Harley.
Easy on that hammer, Thor. Yeah. Don't Harley's not Thor. He's I want to call him Thor. All right, what else we got on there? So now we get to the real question. What have you been doing at home besides cooking to get through the social distancing, pretty much staying at home stuff? Now, me and Brandy, for at least every day, we get up and we pick like one project to do. Let's work on the front yard. Let's what do we do? Try to get the pool straight, because it was kind of greenish color. Let's get the pool cleared up. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then we kind of relax some. But also, and I know what Harley's going to say. He's going to say it.
He's already got you.
About to graduate high school, he would get mail from, oh, God. That is not true. Lies and scandals. I'm fixing to pick a new moderator. But we have started watching the original Miami Vice first season. Season 1, the original Miami Vice.
1984.
1984. Was it 84?
Mm-hmm.
84. And we're on episode 14 now?
Maybe.
12, 34. Maybe 16.
Yeah, I think it's 60. Closer.
Episode 16 now of season 1. Amazing. And it's really not, it is amazing, but like in an 80s perspective, I mean, like everybody's got weird hairstyles and it's crazy what people wore in the 80s, and the cars that they were driving back then and stuff like the music. But man, that was a great show, great show. So we're on episode 16 of the first season of the original Miami Vice. And I told you, Harley wants us to watch Peaky Blinders so bad.
We're going to see what it's about.
And Harley, in the past 2 days, we have met Sarah
and Brendan.
And Brendan both.
They were talking about it last night.
Peaky Blinders is awesome. So we're going to have to check it out, I guess. If any other people have watched Peaky Blinders, say something about it. Some of you are probably saying, what the crap is that?
Mr. Eddie's been working 10 hours a day.
10 hours a day.
Stephen's
I can't wait to break out. Oh,
here we are.
Okay, because I was reading something that was already on there. Yard work, honey-do list. Tendonitis in my elbow.
Austin's still working. Cooper's working from home.
I work a medical center, so no staying home for me.
Amy is teaching Seth school.
To put it politely. Not in Amy's words. I can't wait to break out my pellet grill. Here in Cincinnati, we've been buried under a 1/4 inch of snow. Wow. Today it was like, let's see, today's Wednesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we've been wearing sunscreen. Actually, my shoulders are peeling a little bit. And it's been, 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Justin has watched Peaky Blinders. I just asked him what it is.
Okay.
We don't know what it is. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I'm going to explain Harley's version of what it is. Peaky Blinders is by far the best show ever made, Robbie says.
Yes, Crockett and Tubbs.
Crockett and Tubbs.
Listen.
Crockett and Tubbs.
Crockett is a nice looking
Crockett and Tubbs.
Back in the day.
Crockett and Tubbs. Man, I love that.
I love his hair.
I love it.
And his white
By the way,
pants.
Crockett, we're in episode 16 of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Crockett has already smoked 900 cigarettes already. With no filter, by the way. But so for those of you that don't know about Peaky Blinders, I only know what Harley has told me. And Harley says it's about
Sarah talked about Tiger King.
Yeah.
Mike says we need to watch it.
Tiger King. I've never heard of these shows.
We're gonna have to.
It is a must watch.
We got Peaky Blinders.
Menagerie of weirdos with tigers.
Your jaw will fall.
What in the world?
Well, she said it was crazy.
Tiger King and Peaky Blinders. Harley says Peaky Blinders is about some English mobsters in the 1920s that wear the slanted golf hats that have razor blades in them somewhere.
In the back.
In the back?
That's what
I don't know where they put them. And they slice people's eyeball.
That's what Sarah
and blind them. That's why they're called Peaky Blinders.
Tiger King.
I don't know. I think Mommy Vice is better. But I'm going to check out Peaky Blinders.
Sons of Anarchy. Yeah, a lot of people watch that.
Tiger King and Peaky Blinders.
Oh, Harley said the front. Well, Sarah said the back, so I'm just saying whatever. They got them somewhere in their hats.
So we'll have to check out Peaky Blinders. But we've already watched 2 episodes today. Today's episode, Miami Vice, was Smuggler's Blues that starred Glenn Fry singing Smuggler's Blues from the Eagles. He was the pilot that took Crockett and Tubbs to smuggle some, because they were undercover.
It's still snowing.
Smuggle some keys of
north
coke.
Stephen, I like bass fishing too. I haven't been in years and years.
I like getting into the lingo. 22 G's for some keys.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're not Crockett and I'm not Tubbs or vice versa.
You're definitely not Tubbs.
Mentally stable people, but it's pretty.
Coop, was that not the biggest bunch of crackpots you've ever seen?
Oh. Yeah, Magnum PI and chips, that's a good one too.
Magnum PI. Oh, chips wasn't very good.
We're not doing that either.
What?
We're not watching.
Magnum PI? Yeah. That was going to be the next show.
It's going to take us 5 years to watch
Magnum PI was amazing. Magnum PI was better than Miami Vice.
I'm going to leave you in the living room and I'm going to take the other room.
The theme, and he had Higgy baby, TC, Rick. I love those guys.
I was 4 years old when Miami Vice come out, so Magnum PI was.
It was around there.
Same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still in diapers.
TC was awesome. Magnum would always say, "I know what you're thinking."
Oh, it must be.
I had a ring
Blinders
at one time in high school that kind of looked like.
When you call her?
No, he was probably talking about Magnum, the theme song from Magnum. Wade Green used to call me Magnum because I had a ring like him. I kind of look like Tom Selleck in a way.
The greatest
there for a little while.
What is this?
I think Tom Selleck had a mullet there for a little while. Curb Your Enthusiasm if you have Amazon Prime Video. Yeah, that's what we're watching Miami Vice on Amazon Prime Video. I bought the whole season, first season of Miami Vice.
I watch free movies. I'm not spending no money on
It's Miami Vice.
I don't care.
Miami Vice.
Dexter? What is Dexter about?
Dexter on Netflix. Dexter is the best, Amy says. Amy says Dexter is the best.
But Terry said it's good.
Mayhem Curb is the best.
It's this one.
Now we've got a feud.
Austin.
Huh? Watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Yeah, I know.
Love.
But Amy says Dexter is the best. So now they got a Family Feud. Family Feud's a pretty good show.
We have it all the time over here.
It has gotten to be a little provocative, though. Glenn Fry.
Harley said Dexter.
Dexter's awesome.
I'm weird.
Glenn Fry was a great.
I'd rather watch sports.
He did a great job in that
than watch
episode
series stuff on.
But last night's episodes with the lieutenant. Anybody know what's his real name?
Amy said Dexter is a psycho killer, but it's so
that
good.
Figures.
He's like a murderer with a good heart. How is that even possible?
She would say that. Hold on, I gotta look up this lieutenant's name.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, I gotta do it. Lieutenant in
Dan.
Oh. Miami Vice. What was his name? Yeah, that's him. Was cast as Lieutenant. Almost.
Edward James.
Edward James? Edward James Olmos. That dude is bad. He was in the episode last night. Were they Chinese? Japanese?
Something like that.
Korean? Drug lords came with his supposed wife that he thought died but didn't. Man, he did some karate moves on those guys.
Mike was watching Downtown Abbey.
What is that?
That's a show. He said, "Don't judge him."
It's probably some chick flick thing, ain't it? Robbie Evan, Dexter versus Peaky Blinders. No contest with Peaky Blinders as the winner. We got to check out Peaky Blinders.
No, I don't like weird stuff.
But see, Harley's into that. Harley's into all the weird music and stuff.
I like fighting and killing, and then I like romance.
Justified is a really good one too. I'll take Earl's word for that. Harley, what's that Pachyderm song? Who sings that Pachyderm song you like? We had totally different tastes in music.
Same to you, Stephen. Enjoy your cake too. Justified. Is Justified on Amazon Prime or Netflix?
I've never heard of any of these. Downtown Abbey. You've been smoking estrogen. Kurt, I think Mike needs to go to the doctor. So at least we have some new shows to check out. Thanks to the live stream.
Well, we'll have to go check some of them out in between Miami Vice because it has 20-something episodes in one season.
Yeah, we're already through one season almost. Promise, Southbound Pachyderm. So that is a crazy tune. I mean, it's just weird. Man, he loves it. Promise, not promise. I bet it's promise.
He says it.
Yeah, promise. He can't spell.
Jack Ryan, I like those.
Jack Ryan's pretty good. Ryan's pretty good.
I watched both of those.
Jack Reacher's pretty good too. The movie, Jack Reacher. It's pretty good. Splatter photographer.
Wow. So he's going around killing the people that he's...
Dexter is a splatter photographer at murder scenes, and he is a serial murderer. Interesting. That's what you call a plot twist.
Yeah. Good
stuff. All right, guys. Anything else before we go? Again, if any of you guys know, if you're an alias, Joey B, the real Joey B, will the real Joey B please stand up? Send me an email. Let me know your.
Yeah, I like those too, Jason.
Harley makes it a little bit better. Dexter only kills bad people who got off. So.
Well, that's what Amy said. She says he kills people that need to be killed.
Yeah.
I would feel the same way. Yeah. PBS.
PBS. So not only is it Downtown Abbey, but then it's on PBS.
Thanks, Eddie. You do the same.
Mike, I figured you'd be watching, Norm or somebody on some DIY channel or something. Mike, did you see my little table I made this week? That was one of my little projects. Turned out pretty good. For a little bench we had out there on patio, turned out pretty good.
Same to you, Justin.
Use a little shashugi bond on it, a little lacquer. Did my own cup holders. Pretty good. All right, guys, we're going to get off here and check out some Peaky Blinders and some what is that? Tiger Kings.
Then we have Dexter and Justified.
Dexter and Justified. So we've got enough to keep us busy for the next couple weeks. So if we don't do a video, it's because we're checking all these new shows out.
Or we're doing yard work.
Earl, I appreciate that. Thank you. I was kind of proud of that. That was
Mike
pretty
says
good.
he does watch Norm, and he votes Red.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys. We appreciate your support. Again, can't thank you enough. No live stream again next week, Wednesday night, because we'll be in Jacksonville, Florida, but we'll keep you updated on the week after that. And we'll continue to do the videos. Some canned meats coming up. Check those out. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button before you hop off. And stay safe out there. Be smart about where you go and making contact with people and that kind of thing. I appreciate that, Mike. I'll send you some pictures. Yes, on Instagram. Good stuff. Stay safe out there. We appreciate you. And
Mike, I'm going to send you a message too about a question you asked earlier.
Good deal. So y'all stay piddling. See you week after next.
Good night, everybody.